In a New York minute, mira, floating pool in the East River.
Oh,
Ay,
God.
mira,
Wait.
we're going to be doing a little, bombs away. Latino flavor in space. Qué rico. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's
also, which Latin country has the sexiest accent?
Yo tengo los...
Eso mismo. Movie reviews. Funny animal story de todo aquí en el Latino Rudio. So come on back. You ready?
Latin noise, baby.
Wake up, wake up.
Aquí en el Latino Ruido todo puede ocurrir. El Latino Ruido, escucha el tambor, ritmo de cultura, pasión y amor, desde el corazón hasta el plato servido. Somos el alma, somos el ruido.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Let's shake it, everybody. Let's shake it. Let's do some exercise. Let's wake up. Hi, everybody. This is your girl, Evie, and welcome to another episode of the Latino Ruido. Well, I said that backwards. Anyway, I'm Evie, and this is...
Bronx Papito!
Nueva York. I'm all backwards today.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to me over the Easter weekend. I'm just like, I think it's just the change of this weather. Why it was like 70 something last week or Friday was so nice, and then all of a sudden it started getting raining, and then it's chilly. I had to put I put a scarf on today with a sweater. Like, what is going on in this world?
Mother Nature, PMS.
PMS saying Mother Nature, ¿qué te pasa? Get some
PMS, Mother
chocolate.
Nature.
Get some chocolate.
We're going to have to get her some, what they call that, melatonin?
Melatonin de chocolate and all that good stuff. Hi, everybody. How are you? How are you guys? I hope you had a wonderful week, a wonderful Easter. How was your Easter, Bon Papito?
It was awesome. During the weekend, I kind of worked, but then I ended up spending, hanging out. We was in the city, and then we ended up bumping into some type of farm.
Oh, yeah. No, we had a good time,
Like a farm gathering, and we was able to feed goats.
I know. That is so great. I'm going to post pictures of Bronx Papito feeding the goats. And my son got to feed the goats, too. Yes. They were like, yum, 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 yum. Bebiendo leche. They were drinking. They like that milk.
They was enjoying.
Man,
listen,
they love that milk.
First of all, you feed these goats, you take the milk bottle and you got to place it. And make sure you leave your hand where you place it, because that's where they're going to drink it, right?
Wow.
Because they're going to...
Oye, pero tú aprendiste mucho. You learn a lot.
Yo, for real, I did. And they're going to suck all around that... and they're going crazy a la loco.
Ay, qué rico. Qué rico.
Listen, guys, don't get excited about that, because they got teeth in the back of their throat.
Oh, they do?
So, don't use that as
But they pull a little bit. They just pull a little bit. It's not that much. It's not that bad.
They really,
it's not that bad.
They really go in. What up, guys? What's up, Chris? Welcome, Edie.
Welcome, Chris. Edie, ¿cómo están? It was fun. I spent time with my brothers, family, my son. I really am so very grateful. We had great food. It was very relaxing. It rained here in New York. I don't know how was the weather in your neck of the woods, but here in New York, it was a little rainy. Estaba rainy. So it was good. Okay, sorry.
I love that song.
I like it too. It's so back in the 80s. Like, I love it. Yeah, we know it is, Copyright. We don't have copyright. We don't have rights for the song, so we gotta go. Pero, ay, Dios mío, who I'm calling? Oh, why am I calling somebody on live TV? Like, listen, hi. But peaceful and relaxing. That's what I could say this week was.
Yeah, it was calm and relaxing. I think this is one of the... usually all Easters are calm and relaxing.
Yeah.
So, this one was really relaxed, but It was definitely cold.
It was. So hi, Zoraida. ¿Cómo estás? Hi, how are you?
Welcome in.
Thank you guys so much. I always say thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching and reaching out and always saying you guys had a great time. And listen, it's the best hour of your life, baby. Not the best minute, but the best hour of your life. So I hope you guys enjoy it.
You already know that.
Yes, get ready, baby. But mira, how many eggs did you get?
I've been walking around with 2 eggs.
Espérate, pero ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué fue eso? What happened?
It's the best time of your hour.
Oh, okay. Did you get any eggs this weekend?
I walk around with 2 eggs that hold 1,000.
2? How many eggs? 2? Oh, you only got 2 eggs?
I got 2 huevos.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of them. Yes, I was collecting and I got a whole bunch of them and I was just eating candy like crazy. But I had a good time. Hi, Gigi. And it was fun. It was fun. And then I noticed, April is Autism Awareness Month.
Welcome in, Rosa.
So, hola, Rosa.
We miss you.
We miss you, Rosa. Sending you love.
Rosa.
So April is Autism Awareness Month. So I wanted to mention that. And listen, a quick message. Autism is not a limitation, guys. Okay, it is a different way of seeing a beautiful world. Okay, so
yes.
Please be kind and love each other and keep supporting.
Yes.
It's we going through a lot of parents and a lot of families that go through things.
Most of you people, y'all walk around like you own the world. Like I've watched the way y'all commute and treat other people. Watch your elderly and watch the special needs people. You're not the only one on this planet, yo. You know what I'm saying? When you see somebody walking, move out the way. Why you always got to be in the way when somebody's walking, yo? I don't understand what's going on here, yo. We live on this planet all together, and selfish ones.
Mira, no empiece. Beep, beep.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Mental issues is real. It's real.
Mental matters.
No, but I just wanted to mention that let's be kind with each other. So, mira, talking about being kind, esto se está poniendo bien bravo. You heard about the story about the wife of the U.S. soldier that got taken away and put on a detention because of immigration status. But she's married to a U.S. soldier
who lives on the army base.
Yeah, so what happened was that they got married and he's being deployed. So he said, Nena, let's get all the papers together. I want to make sure that when I'm deployed that everything is going to be good, that you're going to be settled. Get your IDs, get your everything. Like they were putting everything together. And she went in base to, apply for something. And they took her. They took her to a detention. Dios mío, ¿qué es lo que está pasando?
I don't understand,
stop, guys.
For real, guys, ICE. If you got...
I don't want to say that it was ICE. It said Homeland Security.
ICE, whatever. You guys...
Bendito.
I don't understand why you guys don't do the research of the people you're going to get. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just run around, this is the person we getting, and you just go get them.
They let her go. They let her go. They let her go because they find out, they check her papers.
Y'all gotta have background check. If you see that Zoraida is over there and she's married to a military dude, why are you going and arrest Zoraida? Why? Because she looks Mexican or she looks Hispanic? Yo, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? I can't take it anymore.
Papito is getting excited. No, but at the end of the day, it was sad. But I mean, they let her go. But it was just, kind of like, guys, really? Can I just finish, applying for food stamps or something? Like, can I finish doing my thing? But anyway, it is what it is.
But it doesn't really
I'm glad that she's...
There should be like some type of protocol to go through it.
I wanted to mention that.
Not say, here, this is a photo. I want you to get this person. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy. I don't know. It's crazy. But mira, like I said, just be careful. Just educate yourself. Y vamos a ver, vamos a ver. But it was a story that I came across, and I was like, oh my God, imagínate, with the lives that we're living, unfortunately. Pero anyway,
that's loquito, man.
She's okay, and we wish him the best. He's being deployed, so sending him love and blessings. So, mira, on a new segment, I'm gonna call this segment New York Minute because we're gonna talk about New York. We're in New York. Mira, floating pool in the East River. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Mira.
But don't we have
so
one?
yes.
Oh no, that's on the Bronx.
No, that's in the Bronx. But this one
in the Barreto pool. What?
Yeah, Barreto Park.
Barreto Park. They always have the pool there.
New Yorkers will have a chance to swim in water filtered from the East River, whereby the latest plan now refer as the Pool 1 will be towed into play for testing this summer. So the water is gonna come from the East River. It's gonna be filtered in. They will have a chlorine cleaning system, but it's only going to be used when they have to clean the pool. So none of the water is going to go into the East River. I mean, it's testing right now. It still needs to pass the health department inspections. But what do you think about that? Like, is that crazy? We're gonna have a floating pool in the East River, Manhattan.
But I think it's cool that there's an extra pool. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's stupid that they worried about the dumb little equations, because at the end of the day, there's a pool right there in Barreto every summer that comes in.
And there's a pool over in
you know what I'm saying? And
Randall's Island.
Yes.
Now, was it? No, not Randall's Island. What's that island? With the isn't there
Rikers Island?
No, not Rikers Island. Isn't there? Oh, there's a pool there. Don't drop your soul.
Don't drop your soul in the Rikers Island.
No, but what's that you get? You take the
Roosevelt Island.
Roosevelt Island. There's a pool there too. I don't know.
Yeah. But on the reals, I think that if there's a floating pool already over there in the Bronx that comes every summer, I don't know why they making such a big deal about it being in the East River. Just use the same specs that they use in the Bronx. Or what? They don't care about the wildlife and water in the Bronx, or the way the system in the Bronx is?
Well, I think that it's a little different than what they have in the Bronx. It's because the one in the Bronx is actually like in a pier type, so it's stationed there. This is gonna be it's not gonna be attached or stationed in a pier, or it's just gonna be in the middle of like East River. And I mean, the seaweed and the currents are kind of high. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but they trying to make it work. We'll see what happens. But what you guys think? Comment below. Like, would it be cool? Will you go?
How do you feel about that?
I don't even know if I want to go.
Hi, Mimi.
Hi, Mimi. I mean, I don't know if I want to go.
Yeah.
And to go to all those people, and then the jet skis are gonna be there. And what about if you want to jump and people want to jump in the East River?
I'm not gonna lie, that
they hit
I probably think it's gonna be fun, because even the one that's in the Bronx, it's really calm and relaxing.
I love it. I love going to that.
It's not like going to Central Park.
Imagine that. But no,
on opening day.
Listen, there was some crazy stuff happening in the pool last summer in Central Park. Don't even get me started.
I feel sorry for this summer.
Man.
Listen, guys, if you're going to the pool in Central Park this summer, make sure you don't go the first date.
Because, man, people were angry. They were upset.
Yo, listen, I threw the whole summer after they did that, yo. It was so much crazy things afterwards. People pooping in the pool. And
Dios mío, but I mean, and they doing testing with the water, and they're going to have lockers, and the whole 9 yards, they're going to have nice things.
Central Park, you need to hire security guards. Call Ally Universal or something.
Oh, my God.
Call NMC Amenity. They take care of that. They even hire our lifeguards.
Imagine, they're going to have security guard, lifeguards / lifeguards.
They're
going to be like ready when there's some
No,
And
they
they're
actually
gonna
do have security lifeguards.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at that.
NMC
I didn't know that.
NMC Amenity does that.
Ay, Dios mío. Pero mira, it's crazy. What you guys think about? I don't even know if I want to go to that one.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be very popular. It's gonna be packed. It's
I think it's gonna be packed. I will wait like maybe a couple of years after. Maybe.
Look at Charles says it will last 2 days because of the hood people. The hood is gonna be in there.
No, it's not just about the hood people. It is the hood. The usual suspects.
The usual
it's all about the
like
people who feel entitled that the pool belong to them. You know what I'm saying?
So,
just like the same people who bring their freaking own chicken into the movie theaters when they sell chicken right there, man.
Listen, wait, hold it.
Wait,
I bring my own chicken.
Wait, I do that too.
Right? I bring my own chicken.
All right, never mind.
Listen,
disregard my
I
anger.
bring my own chicken in my bag and my burger, my whatever I'm gonna bring, and I take that out and I eat it.
Said.
And I eat. Because they're so expensive.
Sometimes I go to Five Below and get all the goobers and stuff like
and
that.
All the
they
snacks
don't sell
there.
that in the movie.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
You know what I'm saying?
Like who doesn't do that? Like guys, comment below. Like I know that when you guys go to the movies, you bring your little snacks on the, in your pocket or your bag, or you bring your own drink.
Yep.
I mean, it's expensive.
Well, now
it's really expensive.
You know what? Now the movie theaters, like especially the movie theaters that we go to, they don't really care if you bring outside food in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't. I think that if they don't see it, I think if they don't see it, like if you don't walk in eating, they're not gonna say it.
That's not true, Evie. I've seen them back in the days. If you had like a soda or a drink, they make you throw it out.
Wow.
Now, if you have a soda drink in your backpack and whatever, you walk right in with it, and they don't say nothing to you.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I got that mentality that I put it in my bag and I bring it in a bag, so I really don't.
Remember how it was back in the days, but imagine, watch.
I bring it in a bag, guys.
And we're going to carry, whatever food we want to take and walk right in there.
Look at that.
Walk in with
I walk in and I do a spread, baby. I do a spread. Pollo, de todo, papita, arroz, habichuela, sopa.
Just
don't get me
started.
The
whole Popeyes package. The
Listen,
20 piece with the mac and cheese, the corn, the mashed potato, and a couple of large drinks.
And that's how we do.
Yeah.
But, going back with what Charles says, the hood, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know if it's going to happen, but it's in the works. So if you see something floating in East River, don't be scared. It's
my poop.
It's not poop, but it's just a platform just hanging there. You know what I mean?
Mira, 4 years since my kids were kids.
Oh, okay. What? It's been 4 years to what?
What? What are you talking about, Mama?
Mira, talking about the movies.
Hi, Vanessa.
Hi, family. How are you? Talking about the movies, now that you mentioned the movie theaters. We went to see some movies this weekend. Very good. One of my favorites.
You see?
So Thou Far is Project Hail Mary. Let me tell you, I give it 5 cookies out of 5.
I give it 5 cookies.
Straight. The movie lasts 2 hours, and I think I went through so many emotions that I've been through in 20 years within those 2 hours. So many emotions: happiness, sad, funny, laughing. It was hysterical. It was so good, guys. So good. And I want to give a shout out to the best thing that ever happened in Hollywood, Rocky. Rocky is the best thing.
Yes.
Man, and we mentioned about who created Rocky from that movie, which is a fellow New Yorker.
Yes.
So proud of him. And man, it was such a good
it was a heartwarming
movie.
It was really good. It was one of those movies, one of those space movies that you're very interested in. You know what I'm saying? Like, remember Sandra Bullock in that movie, I guess it was Eclipse or something like that. Well, anyway, she did a movie that she was in space, and it was really good. So this is one of those movies that you will love
So
to see.
good and so
you
funny.
have to
It's
watch
funny.
it. We give it 5 cookies. So go watch this movie,
1, 2,
please.
3, 4, 5. I mean, it's amazing. I don't know if you've seen it. So I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I would recommend it, guys. It was so good, so good. I'm telling you, the man Rocky is the man, and it just talks about emotion, about Earth, about what we're going through. It's like 20 years of emotions within 2 hours.
Yeah,
That's how
it was awesome.
So good, so good. And then we got to see they will kill you.
Will kill you.
They will kill you.
They're gonna kill you.
It was good. It was all right. It was good. I give it 4 cookies. I don't know how many cookies. I would give it 4 out of 5 cookies.
I give it 4 cookies. I haven't been in the movies in years.
Eileen, you gotta go.
All right, we're gonna have to take Eileen with us.
Eileen, you coming with us?
We're taking you to the movies. That's
We're taking you to the movies. We're gonna have
You're never gonna say that ever again.
And we're gonna bring some food. We go to the cuchifritos and we bring on the food.
Straight up, we're gonna get some carne guisado con arroz blanco y habichuelas,
Y alcapurria and all that
some
stuff.
ensalada, some tres leche cake, and
Totoni.
some morir soñando, and sit down right in front of the movie theater like we own that shit.
Have the best time.
We're
of our
gonna
life.
do that, Eileen.
Definitely.
All right.
But what you thought about it? What you thought about
They will kill you.
They will
movie.
kill you.
They will kill you. They're gonna kill you.
Okay.
You should go watch this movie. It was really good. I give it 4 cookies just for the
give it
simple
4.
fact I thought it was going to be a little more serious, but it did have its comedy moments, and it was really good because the action was really action
It
packed
was so
and kick
really
ass.
good, and it
You know
was
what I'm saying?
interesting. It was a different type of story, and it was just different. And the
actress-
sassy beats.
Yeah, the main role,
She's from New York, from Harlem.
New York.
And I mean, she did great.
Yeah,
She was amazing.
I thought she was Latina the way, and I had
I
to
think it's
research.
the New Yorker, the New Yorker
but
in
she,
her.
she
you
had
know?
the New York attitude, and that's what it was. It was dope. In the
Man,
beginning of the day, she was doing her thing, fighting in her panties and todo. And they
It
was
was
getting,
like kick-ass
and they was
action.
getting that good camel shot,
I bet you were looking at that.
This is something where all the fellas need to watch. They was giving
camel
great
toe.
13 shots in
The
this
camel
movie
toe.
that kill you. It will kill you.
It'll kill you, but it's great. It was really, really, really good movie.
Yep.
So
Hi, Mimi.
listen, enjoy it. That's our recommendations for
Yes.
movie reviews this week.
Yes, that's
Beep,
it
beep, beep,
is.
beep, beep. We need like a theme like for every time we do movie reviews. You know, like
We're going to find a way to make the movie come up behind us and then close the curtains.
Okay. And then
And then we continue our segment.
yeah, and that's it.
Whatever.
Anyway, guys. The kids are off this week. Listen, my son is off this week. I'm like already like, what are you doing here? I wake up and he's like, hi. And I'm like, what are you doing? Aren't you don't have school? He's like, no, I'm off this week. And I'm like, oh. So this is like the 3rd day this week that I get up and he's like this. And I'm like, what? He's like, no, I just got up. And I'm like, I'm not used to having him around, but I do love him.
Get out of my house.
Get out of my house, kid. Who are you? Beat it, kid. You're bothering me. But I hope that our parents out there enjoying the week with their kids. Them kids.
I don't think none of the parents
let me tell you, I love kids so much, but algunas veces they be like jodiendo mucho. They be like, oh my God, dude, like really?
I don't think parents really enjoy their kids home.
You think so? Do you enjoy this, the holidays and they home for the whole week? Do you enjoy it?
That's why rich parents. That's why rich parents send their kids off to those camps, those sleepaway camps.
Oh, they go to grandma.
Well, then I seen that movie Sleepaway Camp, and it was kind of a little weird.
It was weird. I don't like those sleepaway camps.
And then in Jason, they was in another camp.
Yeah, and then listen, I don't
stop sending your kids to camps.
I don't like those camps. They kind of suspicious to me. They got, I don't know, not even fat camp. I'm sending any. Well, I don't only have one kid, but oh no, that's so scary. It's scary. It's scary.
Yeah.
But listen, talking about scary. So the people in the moon, they're coming back this Friday. Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Astronauts.
Listen, all right, welcome back, whatever.
Do you think those astronauts have sex up there?
They can. They can have not relationships. Private relationships.
Like I'm saying.
First of all, there's nowhere that's going to happen because they got cameras everywhere. And then they flowing around.
But that'd be space porn.
I know, but like imagine you're trying and you just keep coming out.
No, there's no way. You
put it in and you come out.
No, you just floating like
because there's no gravity. No, you can't.
Imagine having sex in the sky like that.
No, ew.
What? I'm just saying.
Oh my FCC or BBC, whatever.
Whatever.
Or BBW. Listen, I'm sorry.
Okay, let's get back to the astronauts.
So they besides having a sexy parties up there, because I bet you they were having sexy parties up there, let me tell you. But I know they got cameras. But anyway. So, they were talking about how well they eat up there, because they do prepare in advance. And they do get to choose what they want to take up there to eat. So they've been there for a week, 10 days. Yeah, like more than a week, a little bit more than a week. And then I was wondering, listen, what would they take up there? Then while I was researching, guess what?
Yes.
One of the items that they are allowed to take up there, tortillas. You see the Latino?
You saw
the
what
Latino backstory?
You saw what
you see where we're going?
Yeah.
Tortillas.
Mimi said, so if you could poop, you can do other stuff.
Yeah, it's true. But I know once there's friction and then action, wouldn't it like gravity
No, I don't think the gravity would have stopped for the friction.
Real?
No,
really?
I don't think so.
Oh my God.
If you're able to go like this in space to move forward.
That would be fun because it doesn't matter like how heavy you are.
Yeah.
They'll pick you up and like this,
You could do whatever. You could do 69, 369.
Yeah, like this.
369.
Right here.
129,
And 129, which one is that? Listen, which one is that one? But yeah, so yeah, they allowed for them to bring tortillas.
Tortillas, and guess who brought the tortilla?
Who? Tell us the story, bros, papito.
I'm gonna tell you the story. His name is Rodolfo Neri Vela. He's a Mexican, and he did this in 1985. He's a Mexican astronaut. And this was, he was born in February 1952, and he's one of maybe 20 Hispanics who's been astronauts.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So my interest was trying to figure out how many Hispanics has been there. And like I said.
And there is a group. When you become an astronaut, you're put into this group. And whenever they're going to be working on a mission that's going to go up there, they're going to pick who they need. So if they need an engineer, a pilot, or a scientist, they're going to pick who they have in the group. So even though that maybe there's 20 and only they pick 4 this time, that doesn't mean, that they're not going to pick you the next time. So it's like a group of them.
Yeah, each astronaut gets assigned to whatever they need to do. If you're a science officer, they need you for that or whatever. But within the 20 astronauts that are located, most of them are Mexicans.
¡Huepa! So está la tortilla. What they doing? A lot of tortilla up there.
Yes, there's a lot of tortillas there.
And they are aliens. You see, I knew it.
And
damn it.
And they are illegal aliens. Or legal aliens. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, if the Mexicans need a safe haven, all they have to do is join NASA.
Yeah.
Because...
You know what I was thinking, Don Papito? Yeah. Listen, you know what I was thinking? This mission they supposed to go around the moon, and they took, pictures and never seen parts of the moon. So like that, they can get prepared for the trip coming up in 2028 that they're actually going to land in the moon. So I bet you they're gonna pick the minorities to go on that mission because you know how we always get screwed.
Well,
you know what I mean? We always get screwed.
Well, obviously that's the case. That's gonna be. We probably gonna have a Mexican. Like I said, we had a
the Boricua.
like I said, we had a lot of Mexicans as astronauts. We had 2 Puerto Ricans as astronauts. We had some Cubans,
Wepa.
some Peruvians,
Listen.
some Spaniards, and I believe it's the Latinos who's actually making most of these trips, depending on.
You gotta be proud.
Yeah, you gotta be proud because at the end of the day, we've been traveling to space for years, and like I said, I got over 20 people here. I'm not gonna tell you all their names.
Bronx Papito tiene una
I
lista.
believe
You got a list, y'all.
I believe we mentioned Marcos Berrios in a couple of shows way back.
Yeah, we did talk about
he's Puerto Rican, and we mentioned that in 1984.
Yeah, we did talk about him in a couple of shows back.
Who else was it? We got a couple of Colombians, a couple of Salvadors. Franco Rubio's Salvadorian.
Rudio.
Yeah,
Ay.
you know. Like I said, the next Puerto Rican, Joseph M. Acaba. He's the next.
Acaba, sí, acabó de todo.
Acaba those. So, like I said, we got all these astronauts.
We gotta be proud, guys. We gotta be proud
that it's the Latino.
And it's a fun fact.
All over the
Who would have
place.
thought? Who would have thought?
That you gotta look it up, and like you always that's what I was telling even. You know, how many Latinos been to space? You know what I'm saying? And come to find out, there's over 20 of them. And
well, not into space, just in the program itself. Because
be astronauts.
Because it depends. Yeah, it depends on.
Yeah.
And it's been a while since the last mission that they actually took off. So, but they coming back on Friday. They're gonna be splashing down in San Diego. So the Navy is getting ready for them to, you know.
Listen, I just want to say I give respect to these Latinos who's done this. In reality, me personally, yeah, thank you, Chris. Me personally, I can't even stand being in an airplane. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Spirit airplane.
Especially Spirit. Espíritu Santo.
Ay, Dios mío. Ay, Dios mío.
Yo, on the reals, on a plane, you know, for those few hours, because I feel confined and I feel, you know, like, what do you call that? That claustrophobia, you know what I'm saying? And these guys on the reals, they spend days or months or whatever in space, and they don't have real oxygen, you know, everything is man-made, and it's like, I probably would have freaked out and walked out the door and be like,
I would have freaked out. I think because you're just on a standstill, and it takes so long, and the time goes by that sometimes, you know, when you're not used to it, it just it gets a little, like you said, claustrophobic. But it's a fun fact that you know, tortillas are allowed to go to space as food
since 1985.
Wepa.
Rodolfo.
Wepa, Rodolfo, thank you very much.
Thank you. So,
because I will be doing tortillas and I will be eating space meat. Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. Vamos a ver lo que pasa, pero anyway, but no, they took, you know, like good like mac and cheese and stuff like that they like, because there has to be food that is gonna be able to not be refrigerated. You don't need to replenish, meaning like if the milk finish, we gotta stop in this galaxy to get milk.
Hasta la luna estamos. Yes.
And then it doesn't involve cooking because there's no kitchen up there.
Yeah, well, they use.
So it needs to be like,
they use that military meal prep
no.
foods. You know what I'm saying? The military meal prep foods. I've seen them. Most of them are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
They said it's good.
They have like a beef and rice one or something like that, and it was pretty good.
You taste one?
Yeah, because I used to work at an armory. And it was like, try this, and you know.
If you had the chance,
so
listen. If you guys had the chance to go up into space, like, what would you bring with you? Like, what would be one dish that, listen, I gotta be in space for 10 days?
Gana guisao.
You know, what would be your favorite dish?
I will bring beef
that
stew
you will
with
bring
me.
Up there if you get to go.
I'll make sure I bring beef stew with me, yo. You know what I'm saying?
I will bring totone. Because Totonia could eat it with anything.
Rocky in the house.
Rocky, is that you?
Yeah.
You coming? Oh, he came back from the galaxy? Is that Rocky?
No, that's not Rocky from the movie. That's not Rocky from the movie. That's my cousin Rocky.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Rocky! Okay. Pero
Rocky,
yeah.
she think you from that movie. What's the name of the movie?
Project Hail Mary.
Project Hail Mary, yeah.
Hail Mary, que Dios mío.
Project Hail Mary was good. But yeah,
Project, ay Dios mío.
But like I said, I think it's dope that we had these many Latinos in space and able to do this. Even though we got some coming back. Let's see what happened, you know.
They're coming back. Papito did not want them to come back.
I don't want them to come back.
You know what? Bendito, why not, Papito?
Yo, listen, first of all, I don't understand why they made that stupid trip. You know what I'm saying? And then
It is stupid. We mentioned this last week.
They went up there just
we can't get over that.
to do a wraparound. You know what I'm saying?
real.
They just spent our tax dollars for these guys to do a freaking U-turn. They went up and did a U-turn.
Like, what's up with that?
But they was going to say, oh, we're sending a ship in 2027. It's all clear for you to go now.
I know. Like, why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why?
That now. It's not like you're going to make the planet spin it. It's not like.
Hi, Gigi.
Hi, Gigi.
Papito, you got to be, it's Easter week. We got to be happy. The resurrection.
But it's not like they do anything up there. They're spending our tax dollars.
I know. So now they're going to come back, right? And they're going to say, look, we took all these pictures, right? And then the other side of the moon is dark.
Every time I check my paycheck.
We need to send some people with some, ¿cómo se dice what do you call those?
Metal detectors.
Well, I don't know, whatever. And then, so let's get more money out of the American people so we could fund that trip. So,
yo,
eso es lo que tengo que
I don't
decir.
like that.
It makes no sense.
Every time I look at my paycheck and I see that dude FICA in there, I don't know who the heck you are, FICA, but I'm coming for you. I want my money back, yo.
Okay, no, that's FICA. It's not FICA's name. It's not FICA's fault. Ay, perdón.
FICA, yo.
You know what? I did my taxes, guys. Taxes are due on April 15. Don't forget it, because if not, they're gonna come for you. They're gonna have a lot of extra charges. Mimi, you know it's true, Mimi.
Mimi,
I didn't get anything.
get that FICA guy.
I'm like, I hate it. I didn't get nothing. They kept everything. But anyway, so I hope you guys land well. See you soon, and. I don't know what else to say. Eternity loop. Yes.
Eternity loop.
Like, what the heck, pa' qué? But anyway, it is what it is. Let's
you know what?
on.
You could loop these eternities.
Ay, Dios mío.
I can't even.
Espérate, está. Yo, Pero mira, moving on. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando? A toddler got hurt by a wolf. And
God, yeah.
At the zoo in American Zoo or something like that, it's called. It's in Hershey Park, other words.
It's in Hershey Park.
In Hershey, in Pennsylvania.
PA.
So evidently, the toddler was with his parents, and he's like, "Daddy, I look wolf, wolf." So they talking whatever, and then the poor kid is admiring the animals, and all of a sudden, the parents. They decided, you know what? Let me go and sit down on the bench nearby.
Oh my God! Don't get
and
me started.
Let me look at my.
Don't
let me
get me started.
Let me get into TikTok and find out what's going on in TikTok and what's the big drama and what's the big change in TikTok. So they go and leave the kid, a toddler, by itself near the gate, like in front of the exhibition. And guess what? Como entrometido and mira. And then ridículo, he says, "Oh well, I'm gonna go through the fence because I want to say hi to the animals." So he goes in, walks around, and then they were. Thank God the wolves were.
Were they white?
It was not specified.
It wasn't specified.
Pero we could imagine.
Listen, but first of all,
mira, no diga eso.
I just want to know how stupid are you to leave your child alone
to check your phone
25 feet away with you and your girl over there watching your phone?
And then you sat down in a bench.
You trying to tell me scrolling on TikTok is more important than paying attention to your kid in the zoo where in front of the wolves? You know what I'm saying? You're lucky that wolf didn't even eat his hand, but he gave him a little scratch. So now your kid is going to turn into a wolf man, and he's going to be like, hey. You know what I'm saying?
Like, Wolverine.
Wolverine. You know, like, I don't understand what's going on with these people.
Guys, you got to be very careful. This is careful. And then you know what happened, Bro Sapito? The parents they got locked up. I think they brought charges. Not locked up, but they were brought charges against endangerment.
It makes sense.
And I got endangerment. And I mean, it's crazy how it's a toddler. Thank God, like you said, that it didn't get hurt or anything like that. But it was just like, they were like in a cave or something, and he just went like this, like, let me touch. And then they just got a nip, it did scratch him and stuff, but thank God he's okay.
I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense that they were charged for child endangerment. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a parent, you're supposed to be paying attention to your kid 24/7. That's your job, to make sure your kid's life is taken care of.
That we don't get, Latinos don't go by that. If something like that happened, you know what the Latino mom is going to say? ¿Quién te manda?
¿Qué te manda?
¿Quién te manda? You know there's a wolf out there. Why did you went through the fence y te comió la mano? Ahora, ¿quién te manda? That's on you, boy. ¿Quién te manda?
And then on top of that, I don't know why you didn't put the stupid leash on the kid. You know what I'm saying?
My God,
everybody got the stupid leash on all the other kids, but not you. Why you didn't put no leash on your kid?
Did you guys ever have your kid in a leash?
TikTok and scrolling and tapping on this dumb chick over here playing with her thongs, and over here, and then your kid is over there.
Espérate, thongs. What are you talking about thongs? Who mentioned thongs here? No, pero mira, look, you mentioned, what's going on with that leash? Did you guys ever put your kids in a leash? Comment below, let us know. Yeah. Listen, I've seen kids in a leash.
I've seen them in their leash.
And I'm going to be honest.
And then I've seen them with the backpack with the leash.
Yeah, wait a minute. Well, I did bought that for my son. Because I was gonna take him and I got a little scared, so I figured let me try that backpack.
Yeah, they were like 25, 30 feet away.
Miren, and then I felt bad. I took it. He never wore it again. But you guys ever put a leash in your kids?
Yo, listen, man.
Please comment below. I want to know.
I would like to thank the person who thought that their children are pets.
Yeah, like what's going on?
I've seen human beings treat pets like children. They put them in a stroller. Hey Karen. They put them in strollers. They put them in the baby carrier. That goes. Oh my God!
You know what?
But you got a kid and you let him walk right into the lion's den.
Because you went back and sat in a.
Because you want to scroll on TikTok and tap likes on that chick who's twerking. Well, and then she's donging over their place, and and she's tetas.
Mira, we don't say that here.
Who says?
I said it.
Never. I kept an eye on my kid at all times, and they knew better not to walk away.
Exactly. I think the Latinos, we implement like, listen, if you don't listen to me, and if you don't do this, if you get hurt, I'm going to give you a papa. I'm going to give you a papa.
That's why. Zoraida, you see, because Zoraida is the one who did it just like my mama used to be like, listen, don't you ever go over there. If you go over there, I'm going to give you a freaking bofeta.
You're going to get hurt, and on top of that, I'm going to hit you.
To el uno. Tú me oyes, no pete pa allá. And then when you walk into freaking, what you call that discount store from back in the days?
Yo no sé. Which one? What are you talking about? 99 cents?
No, the discount store from back in the days. Walmart, like Costco, the other one.
Target?
No, the old ones.
Okay, old ones. Walgreens?
No. All right. Anyway.
Woolworth?
Yeah, in Woolworth. When you walk into Woolworths and you go in there and mommy be like, oh yeah, listen, I'm going over here, I'm going shopping. Don't you dare touch anything in here. Don't you dare. If you touch anything, I swear to God, una galleta, you're going to get a chocolate.
No, the kids know better. They will know better. better.
And then when mommy wasn't looking, you grab that freaking candy that was there and we'll work and eat it.
And still you will get a pela. You will get the biggest pela in your life. So it's like kind of weird that this, I don't know, it's just no disrespect to anybody, but I'm just saying, like, really? Like, you're gonna leave your toddler. This is not a 9-year-old or 10. No, this is a toddler.
A toddler, yo. You retarded.
Ay, Dios mío. So good luck with that. Tyler will never, ever go into the zoo. I think he's traumatized for the rest of his life.
I think there are special needs children or parents, special needs parents who are well trained than you are.
Hey, Speedy.
Your kid walk 30 paces away. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Exactly. Man. Look. Show some love, everybody in the chat. Follow each other. Show love to each other. Listen, thank you so much for being here. Yeah, Alfredo the chancla. Speedy, una chancletada. Because they don't listen. These kids do not listen. That's why I don't listen. I at the end of the day, I don't know. It gets me like, guy, you know, put a leash on your kids.
No, that's what it is.
I'm gonna put Papito, do you ever had a book bag leash?
No, I never had a book bag leash. I didn't think it was right for my son to do that, even though he, ran around and did this and did that. I just felt like it wasn't right for me to treat my child like a pet. I didn't.
I wonder if they have book bag leashes for adults.
They do.
You know,
Chris. Actually do. They have it for special needs kids.
Chris looks like he's the type that they used to put him in a book bag.
Chris is one of those special needs kids that they put the leash on.
We love you, kids. We love you, Chris.
I've seen kids that look like Chris, or maybe it was Chris himself, that he's like 20 years old, and then he got the Chris, and they put it on his back.
Well, what's going on there? Yes, you see? Yes, Chris, you look like the type. I don't know.
So Chris was the type that they definitely put the backpack on, yo. And then I bet you he had the lamb, like the sheep in the back.
Oh, my God.
You know?
Oh, my God. What, lamb chop?
Yeah, like lamb chop.
I love lamb chop.
They even had the Dora Explorer
That was my
favorite.
It would be that's my favorite. Mira, pero talking about being favorite and what you like and you don't like, listen, which dialect of Spanish you consider is the most sexiest one? You know, like a lot of people think that the Brazilians they sound very sexy, or the Colombians are sexy. So which one, you as a man, what you think is the favorite, like your sexiest language out there?
The Africans.
No, that sounds Russian. That sounds Russian. No, wait, that Russian is like they come on, we're here. You know what I'm talking about? Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Bring me some of that vodka.
Let me show you what it's like to be a man.
No, you sounded kind of Russian there. No.
I don't know. I heard, I've heard Albanians and I've heard
Albanian
Indians, but I think it is the French language that's really
bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment está le bon?
Yeah. Coming from a woman's voice
French
and
fries,
her speaking like that, it really is sexy.
Croissants.
Brazilian women have awesome
It's
accents.
like a Portuguese language, like
Portuguese language. You
know what I mean?
Because they talk a lot of wishy-washy.
A lot of people like Portuguese women and women like Portuguese men, just because of that sexiness and that olive skin type of sexiness about them. A lot of people like Colombian. And Colombian be like, ay, no, pues, paisa. And, ay, no, pues, hola, pues, ¿cómo está? Tú sabes, like, no me diga, no, you get with that little twang, like a little swing thing, I know Colombian women are beautiful. The men are as well, I haven't met any cute Colombians, but, call me.
I just think that, like you go to those different countries, the Spanish is different, the way the dialect is different. So it is actually sexy, but it's intriguing for me because I like languages. I'm not gonna lie.
Too.
Yeah, I like languages and I like to learn different languages, and it excites me to see the way they speak.
It's true.
But there's certain languages that are not. Like I don't even know how
like,
they manage
Japanese.
to have a conversation. No, Japanese.
I like it. Like I mentioned Italian. I like Italian. Like pizza and like can I have a rigatoni? And
well, those are names.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Sparta.
But on the reals, languages is really great, and I think some countries out there have sexy languages and sexy.
Japanese is not sexy. Let me tell you. I mean.
I think Japanese.
Chinese
is
chicken
okay.
wing and French fries. I don't know. But it's so hard
I don't really
to
think
like
the Chinese is that
get
sexy
into.
because I've seen Chinese people, especially we all see them in the Chinese.
And they be like yelling at you. So imagine you trying to be all romantic with a Chinese or a Mandarin, Korean. They be angry at you.
Yeah.
And you're like, what?
Spaghetti. What's up, then?
Spaghetti.
Welcome in.
Yes, spaghetti.
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 I think if you put them mentally, sexually,
lasagna.
how they will sound sexually, maybe that's the excitement. Because I can't hear me with a Japanese.
I know. It's like,
no, that's kind of too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
or Switzerland, like Dorski, the Starsky. Like I can't.
The Swedish meatballs.
But
that's all I know.
But I know for sure. I heard Albanian women speak, and I actually do think that language is sexy.
Albanian? No.
Yes.
Really?
The words are sexy.
I know a guy that speaks Albanian, but he's not sexy at all.
Well, they not sexy.
It's like I look at them and they smell like onions.
Well, they not sexy.
That they remind me of onions.
I'm not saying that they sexy. I'm just saying the language. Is
I know, but it's sometimes like I'm like, yeah. Oh, that's a Shavy in the house. Yes. No, but but I just don't. I don't know. Like when you have a language, it depends on how your mannerism and the way you carry. Because even we laughing at the yay, but if you're going hi, so it sounds much nicer and sexier. Mm-hmm. But sometimes people talk and it's like I think about onions and I think about like. He's hairy all over.
Yes, you would think that.
The whole visualize takes over.
It takes over.
You know what I mean? But what about Argentinians?
I think they sexy.
I think they're like, hey, te pasé. No, te quiero, no, oh my God. All that stuff, whatever. That's a bad Argentinian accent.
But I think all the Latinos have sexy.
No, de veras. I even understand.
Hawaiians. I think the Hawaiian language are sexy.
Really?
I think it's sexy as hell.
But they're like,
No, they do that, but if you actually hear them speak, well, not when they speak English. You know what I mean? When they speak English, they sound like they have Down syndrome.
Oh my God.
But when they speak their language, they sound dope.
Mexican sounds great too. Like, órale, vámonos.
No, I really don't like that.
Vámonos, órale. No?
I don't think that's sexy.
Really?
I wouldn't want a girl who'd be like, pero ven acá, papi. Pero tú quieres algo a comer.
Well, first of all,
they sing
that's a horrible Mexican accent you just did.
Well,
What about Caribbean, like Dominicans and even Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico is a whole.
Puerto Rican is good.
Puerto Rico's got their own language in their
I do not like. I don't think.
But Dominicans
I do not think the Dominican women sound sexy.
They're kind of rough.
They kind of. Oye, pero qué loco. Oye,
pero they answer the phone in the bus like, no, pero no diga no. And you'll be like, what the heck? What about Spanish from Spain?
Spain,
it's sexy, like
sexy.
with a pues estás diciendo, no, pues no, vale, vámonos. You know, come on, like, what the heck is going on? But mira, you know what? The best language is the New Yorker right here.
New York Ricans. I love
we're the
New York.
best.
Straight up,
We're the
man.
best.
To me, that's what it is. If you're from New York or you from the Bronx, I swear to God, yo.
Vamos para Rufo.
That's really sexy because I know when I went out to California, I was looking at these chicks. I was like, these girls are brutas, yo, and they don't even sound cute. But when you come back, you be like, yo, look at my shorty in the hood,
Hey, shorty.
you know, Tim's, and she look good with those
You
mud
stupid,
jeans.
yo.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, straight up. See? That's sexy.
It's so sexy. You stupid, yo.
Tu ves? That's stupid, yo.
Listen, guys, you know what's not stupid? You guys. Thank you so much for spending an hour with us, the best hour of your life. I know it was kind of sleepy. We were sleepy today. I think it's just the weather situation that I'm still like, can't get over it. But thank you so much for tuning in, sharing, showing some love. Follow, love, share, do everything together because, you know, sharing is caring.
Straight up. That's right. So, guys, be safe, be blessed, and be you.
We see you next week. Mwah. Los queremos. Bye. Sharing is
Aquí en el Latino Ruido todo puede ocurrir. El Latino Ruido.